It's Thursday night football between the Colts and Titans and a chance to win $25,000. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Mattos with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. Thursday night football between the Colts and Titans and a chance to win $25,000 on the Fox Bet Super 6 app. It can all be yours if you can correctly answer 6 questions. It's free and easy to play. So let's see how we'll do it. We got a good matchup this Thursday night between the Colts and Titans. Both teams winning records, playoff aspiration teams. Titans obviously in the AFC Championship game last year. So we've had some duds recently on Thursday night, but we get a real good one here. Like I said, coming up this Thursday. Let me hit you up with how these teams kind of compare. So you've got the Titans number 10 offense against the Colts number 1 defense. You got the Colts number 19 offense going up against the Titans number 25 defense. You got the Colts number 14 passing offense going up against the Titans number 27 passing defense. You got the Titans 20th ranked passing offense going up against the Colts number 3 passing defense. And for rushing, you got the Colts checking in at number 22 on offense against the Titans number 17 rush D. And then the Titans are coming in with the 6th best rushing offense against that 3rd best Colts rushing defense. I wanted to head and look it up. I was actually curious because the Colts had just played the Ravens last weekend, so the Colts have a top defense. They were top going into that game, so I was curious if the Ravens were able to gash them. They held the Ravens to 110 yards rushing last week, where the Ravens normally average 170. So I think this rush defense is obviously certainly legit, holding that Ravens defense on down. So let's get on into it. Like I said, 6 questions for a chance to win $25,000, and I've got a little special something special at the end coming up. So stay around. Make sure you hang around for that. All right, so the last scoring play of the first half, what is that going to be? Well, I looked up the 4 games since 2018 because that's how long Mike Vrabel and Frank Wright have both been head coach of these respective teams since 2018, so 4 games in that span. At the last scoring play of the first half, you've had a Colts passing touchdown, a Colts field goal, a Titans field goal, and a Titans field goal. I was thinking before I kind of looked up the information that a field goal kind of felt right. 3 of the 4 are a field goal, 2 of the 3 are Titans. I'll go with the home side here and give me a Titans field goal for the last scoring play of the first half. How will the first TD of the third quarter be scored? Well, let's see how these teams are putting in touchdowns so far on the season. The Titans have 19 passing touchdowns and 9 rushing touchdowns. The Colts have 10 passing touchdowns versus 8 rushing touchdowns. So you can see the Colts are a little more balanced there, 50-50, what the Titans certainly lean a little bit more pass happy. And then the Colts, in terms of their defense, they've gotten 3 defensive touchdowns and 1 special team touchdown. The Titans, they just have that 1 defensive touchdown. They don't have anything on the special team side. Again, looking back at the 4 games since 2018, there was 1 quarter that did not have a touchdown, and that was in the second quarter. So the third quarters in all 4 games have had touchdowns. I'm going to go ahead and say the Titans are the first team that get a touchdown, and because they're a little bit more pass heavy, that 19 to 9? Yeah, 19-9 discrepancy there. I'm going to go ahead and say Titans passing will be the first touchdown scored of the third quarter. What's going to be the total passing yards for Phillip Rivers and Ryan Tannehill? Well, Ryan Tannehill averages 261 yards per game. Phillip Rivers averages 261 yards per game himself, both of them at 261. The Titans' pass defense is 275 yards they're giving up a game. The Colts' passing defense is giving up 206 yards per game. So if we average Rivers, what he does, his 261 up against that Titans defense of 275, that comes out to be an average of 268. If you do the same thing with Tannehill, he should average about 233 yards up against this Colts defense. That's 501 yards of combined offense. Again, though, let's look back at the 4 games because you got the same 2 head coaches, so same philosophies matching up again this Thursday. Let's see what those 4 games did since 2018. The Titans had 4 passing numbers of 154, 182, 176, and 165 passing yards. That's an average of 169 yards a game they gave up. The Colts were much more successful in the air. They threw 285, 295, 319, and 146. The game where they went 146, they were really run heavy. They got 167 rushing yards in that game. Either way, that comes out to an average of 261 yards. That's a total of 430 total yards. I went ahead and averaged the 501 that the quarterback should get against the average of what it's been the 4 games since 2018. So that's 501 against 403. That's an average of 465.5. So go ahead and lock me in at 461 plus yards, and we'll need roughly, obviously, about 230 yards from each quarterback. Just gave you guys the breakdown. Should easily happen. Let's see if we can do it. All right, how many different players are going to score a touchdown is number 4. The Titans have 9 different players that have gotten a touchdown. The Titans have 11 different players that have gotten a touchdown. So now let's see. If you're sitting there thinking, okay, well, Derrick Henry's probably going to get one this game. Derrick Henry averages 1 per game, but he's gone 3 games this season without a touchdown, so keep that in mind. Ryan Tannehill averages 2.3 touchdowns per game. The Colts, they average 1 rushing touchdown per game, and Phillip Rivers averages 1.25 per game in passing. I was between 4 and 5 on this one. It was really tough. I'm going to go ahead and just say 5. Maybe Derrick Henry will actually get that touchdown in this game instead of throwing up a blank as he has 3 previous times. So give me 5 for this one. What's going to be the total points scored? The over-under is at 48.5. Again, the 4 games since 2018 saw 36, 48, 48, and 50. That's an average of 45.5 points. Go ahead and lock me in at 41 to 45. And what's the winner and what's the margin is always the last question. The Titans are favored in this game by -1.5. Again, let's look at some some numbers here under these 2 teams. Titans under Mike Vrabel, playing on Thursday, obviously after a Sunday game. It's happened twice. They're 1-1 on the money line. They're 1-1 against the spread, and they're 1-1 on cashing the over. Both of those games were against the Jaguars, and they were favorites in both of those games. The Colts under Frank Reich, they've been in this scenario twice. They're 0-2 against the money line, 1-1 against the spread, 1-1 on cashing the over, and they've been road underdogs in both of their Thursday night matchups under Frank Reich. These teams do have some common opponents. The Jaguars, the Titans beat the Jaguars. The Colts lost to the Jaguars. They both played the Vikings. They both beat the Vikings. The Colts were more convincingly, though. They both played the Bengals. The Titans lost. The Colts won. And then they both were able to beat the Chicago Bears. Relatively same win margin there. The Colts, they've won the games, looking back at those 4 games since 2018, the Colts have won by 16, 28, and 2 points. The Titans' lone victory was by 14 points. This one's tough here. I mean, I usually side with the home team on Thursday night on short rest. I think kind of the Titans are the better team. They're on a 2-game losing streak, but then they got a win last week. But that was against a really bad Bears offense. I just don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say the Colts, though. It looks like when looking at the numbers, the Colts are the better team. That defense is really top-ranked. Phillip Rivers hasn't had a spectacular season. Obviously, he's only averaging 1.2 touchdowns per game, but let's lean on that defense. Maybe they'll get a special teams or a defensive touchdown to help them out like they have 4 times throughout this season. So give me the Colts. I'm going to go ahead and say the Colts win this game by 3-4. It's going to be really close is how I see this one unfolding, and that's how I'm going to fill up my chances to win $25,000 on the Fox Bet Super 6 app. All right, guys, a little extra bit thing I had for you guys. Get a lot of comments on these videos. Hey, what do you score? How do you, what have you cashed? And I've been replying to people telling you guys I have gotten 2 cashes on these games, not on the Fox Bet Super 6 app. My cashes have been on the Rams Cowboys on Sunday Night Football on the NBC Sports Predictor app. And then last season, I got another cash on the NBC Sports Predictor app doing the Premier League Pick'em weekly contest that they do. So I wanted to kind of do something different here with these picks. Obviously, I'm going to go ahead and submit these picks for a chance to win the $25,000. But to go with that, to see if the research pays off, it's tough to win these contests. It's brutally tough. These things go a little bit different off the research, and you don't win anything. I'm going to put in a same-game parlay over at FanDuel. So if you guys have FanDuels in your market and you're familiar with the same-game parlay, it's where you can take any number of events from the same game, parlay them together for a big, huge outcome. The player props, though, usually don't come out until the night before or the day of the game. So I'm not going to be able to give you my same-game parlay. But look for me on Twitter. It's @WinningBetsPod. It's @WinningBetsPod. Whatever my same-game parlay is for the Colts and Titans, I'll tweet it. I'll let you guys know. And we'll see if we can't get that to cash, plus maybe this $25,000. All right, guys. I'm Jason Mattis, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.